Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another lecture on reasoning ability and problem solving. In today's lecture, we will discuss some exercises questions for coded inequalities. In the previous lectures, we have discussed that there are three types of problems that can be formed from coded inequalities. Direct inequalities, which means like it will be like A is greater than B, which is less than equal to C, which is equal to D, so on. These are your direct inequalities. Coded inequalities, basically, if it is written that A at the rate B means that A is greater than B. Similarly, A hashtag B means A is smaller than B. So first we convert the coded inequality into direct inequality and solve them, correct? Missing inequality means, for example, we will be given B dash D and we have to fit in a symbol that makes B greater than D. So if we have to make B greater than D, this is the symbol that we will put, correct? This is the symbol that we will put. This is your missing inequalities. So in coded inequalities, I told you that we deal with only 5 symbols. What were they? If we write it like this, it means A is greater than B, correct? This means A is greater than B. If we write like this symbol represents A is smaller than B. A is smaller than B, correct? If we write it like this, it means A is equal to B, correct? If we write it like this, it means A is either smaller, or it could be also equal to B, correct? It means A is either smaller or equal to B. Similarly, if we write this, it means A is greater, or A is either greater, A is either greater or equal to B, correct? So these are the only 5 symbols that we used in coded inequalities. In the previous lecture, we discussed type 1 in detail. In this particular lecture, we will discuss type 2 and 3 in detail. Okay? So let us start by discussing type 2. Now certain directions are given to us. Basically, these are your coded inequalities. We have to convert them into direct inequalities and solve the question. So over here, P at the rate Q means it is neither smaller nor equal to. So if it is not small and if it is not equal, that means P will be greater than Q, correct? This will mean P will be greater than Q because it is neither small nor equal. Similarly, $Q is given to us. P is not smaller. So if it is not smaller, it could be greater and equal. Correct? If it is not smaller, it could be greater or equal. P, this sign, percentage sign means P is not greater than Q. So if P is not greater than Q, it could be smaller or equal. It could be smaller or equal to possibilities. Overall, there are only three possibilities. It could be either greater, smaller, or equal. So if it is not greater, it could be smaller or equal. Correct? P, this symbol means neither small nor great. So if it is not small nor great, it means it is equal. Correct? And P hashtag Q basically means P is neither greater nor equal. So if it is not great and it is not equal, it means it is smaller. So basically, I have converted my coded inequalities into direct inequalities. And based on these, we will solve questions. Okay? Based on these, we will solve questions. So let us look at question number 1. So I'm going to quickly write them over here for your reference. Okay? $Q means P is greater than equal to Q. Similarly, percentage Q means P is smaller than equal to Q. P, this sign means P equals to Q, and P hashtag Q means P is smaller than Q. Correct? So basically, these are your coded inequalities converted into direct inequalities. Now we will look at the question. So M and into J means M is equal to J, correct? This sign basically means it is smaller than equal to G. This sign means it is greater than equal to B, correct? This sign means hashtag means it is smaller than Q. And this sign basically means it is greater than L. Similarly, over here, S is basically smaller than equal to U. U is greater than equal to N. N is greater than M. Correct? Let us do the same thing for conclusion. I am converting the coded inequalities into direct inequalities. So this basically means S is less than L. This basically means J is less than U. And this basically means G is greater than N. Correct? Now we have to identify which conclusion is true. So we move from bigger door to smaller door. Correct? Bigger door to smaller door. This is the approach that we follow. Correct? Bigger door to smaller door. Now, looking at option number 1, we will move from L to S. Let me take a different pen. We will move from L to S. Correct? We will move from L to S. So now I can see a relationship between L is over here. We have a comma. Okay, so L is over here and I can see relationship of S with U. But I cannot see L's relationship with U. Correct? So here I cannot make out a relationship between S and L. So I can say we cannot determine relationship between S and L, correct? Between S and L. So this will be false. Correct? We cannot determine the relationship between S and L. Now let us move on to conclusion 2. U is greater than J, so we will move from U to J. From U to J, open door to smaller door, I can see this information and I can see this information. So this information is basically U is greater than equal to N, which is greater than M, and M equals to J. So definitely U is greater than J, correct? So this is true. Coming to conclusion 3. G is greater than N, that means we will move from G to N. So from G to N, if I have to go from open door to closed door, I can see G being relationship with B. But then I cannot see a relationship forward because from G, I can see, okay, even this side, let's take this information. This one and this one. So according to this information, G is greater than equal to J, which equals to M, and M is smaller than N. So now I can move up to here, but I cannot proceed forward because we go from bigger door to smaller door. So I cannot proceed, that is why this is also false. So basically only conclusion 2 is true. Only 2 follows. So my answer will be option number 2. Correct? My answer will be option number 2. Correct? Moving on to question number 2. We will use the same codes. Codes were P@Q means P is greater than Q. $Q means P is greater than equal to Q. P%Q means P is smaller than equal to Q. This sign Q means P is equal to Q. And P#Q means P is smaller than Q. Correct? These were the symbols. Now let me put over here. $Q means A is greater than equal to B. B is less than equal to F. Correct? F is basically less than D. Y is greater than M and M is equal to F. We will do the same thing for conclusions. B is basically less than M. A is less than equal to Y and Y is basically greater than B. Correct? These will be your codes. Now, we will move from bigger door to smaller door. So from M to B. From M to B if I move, M equals to F, correct? And F is greater than equal to B. So M equals to F and F is greater than equal to B. This is given to us. Now I can see the relationship between M and B is greater than equal to sign. This means there are two possibilities. M is either greater or equal. So this will be false because this consider only one possibility, that m is greater to b. This does not consider the other possibility that m could be equal to b. So this will be false. Correct? Now over here we will move from y to a. From y to a, if we move, I can see a relationship between y and f and a. So basically it says y is greater than m, which is equals to f. F is greater than equal to b, but b is less than equal to a. So I can move up to here, but I cannot proceed forward. Bigger door to smaller door. So this will also be false. Correct? Coming to third one. So we will move from y to b because y is greater than b. So if I move from y to b, I can see a relation. If I see this relationship only, y is greater to m equals to f and it is greater than equal to b. So based on this information, this is true. So basically only 3 is true, which is given in option number 3. So option number 3 will be my answer. Clear? Now, certain other directions are given to us. Let us solve them. So p at the rate q means p is neither smaller nor equal to. That means p at the rate q means p is bigger than q. Okay. P hashtag q means neither greater nor equal. So p hashtag q, if it is not great and not equal, it will be smaller than q. Correct? P dollar q means p is neither smaller nor greater. So if it is not small and not great, that means it will be equal. Correct? If it is not small, not great, it would be equal. P percentage q means p is not greater than. So if it is not greater, that means it will be smaller or equal. And p and q means p is not smaller. So if it is not smaller, that means it could be either great or equal. So I have converted the coded inequalities into direct inequalities. Correct? Now, let us solve the questions based on these informations. So I am going to quickly write the code for you. It means this. P hashtag q means p is less than q. P dollar q means p is equals to q. P percentage q means p is less than equal to q. And p and q means p is more than equal to q. These were your codes. Now I will do the same thing for the statements. So a and means greater than b, and this sign means correct. D is basically less than equal to E, and E is less than F. H is greater than G and G is greater than equal to D. Correct? Coming to the conclusions. D is less than A, F is more than D, H is less than equal to E. Now we will solve. So first we will move from A to D, bigger door to smaller door. So A to D, I can see a clear relationship that A is greater than B, which is greater than equal to D. So this is definitely true. Correct? Moving on to conclusion number 2, F is greater than D. So we will move from F to D. If I move from F to D, this is E. If I move from F to D, I can clearly see that F is greater than E, which is greater than equal to D. Therefore, this is also true. Correct? Now we will look at E is greater than equal to H. So we will move from E to H, bigger door to smaller door. If I move from E to H, this much I can see a relationship between E and D. Correct? I can see a relationship between E and E where it is written that E is greater than equal to D. Then I can see a relationship between D and H, which says D is less than equal to G, which is less than H. So now I can move forward from E to D, but I cannot proceed further because we move from bigger door to smaller door. So this condition is false. This conclusion is false. So only 1 and 2 or both 1 and 2 are true. So my answer will be option number 1, both 1 and 2. Clear? Coming to question number 4, let me quickly write the codes. Codes are P at Q means P is greater than Q. P hashtag Q means P is less than Q. P $Q means P is equal to Q. P percentage Q means P is less than equal to Q. And P and Q means P is more than equal to Q. Coded inequalities converted into direct inequalities. We will do the same thing for statements. So H will be less than G. H will be less than I. Okay. Then I is basically more than equal to J. M is basically less than F and F is less than equal to I. Okay. These will be your codes. Now let us do the same thing for conclusion. G is basically less than equal to J. F is more than H and I is more than M. Now let us look at the statement and conclusions. So first conclusion says J is greater than equal to G. So we will move from J to G. Correct? I can see J over here. But I cannot proceed anywhere from J. Why? Because we have a smaller door over here. We move from bigger door to smaller door. Therefore, this is straight up false. Correct? Now, F is greater to H. That means we will move from F to H. If I look at F, I can see this information and I can see this information. If I combine the information, we will get F is basically less than equal to I and I is greater than H. Correct? This is the information we will get. F is basically less than equal to I and I is greater than H. Again, a relationship cannot be established between F and H. Correct? A relationship cannot be established. That means it is false. Now, coming to the third one. Third one says I is greater than M. So we will move from I to M. Over here, this relationship I can see. I is greater than equal to F. F is greater than M. So this is definitely true. So only 3 is true. My answer will be option number 3. Correct? This will be my answer. Another directions are given. Let me quickly decode them. So A and B means not smaller. So means A is greater than equal to B. A hashtag B means neither small nor equal. That means A will be greater than B. Correct? A $B means neither greater nor smaller. So A will be equal to B. Correct? Neither greater nor smaller. Similarly, A percentage B. So A percentage B means not greater. So if it is not greater, it could be smaller or equal. Correct? And A star B means neither greater nor equal. So neither greater nor equal means A will be smaller than B. So these are my codes. Based on these codes, we will get 2 more questions. Okay. So let me quickly write the codes. A at B means A is greater than equal to B. A hashtag B means A is greater than B. A $B means A is equal to B. A percentage B means A is less than equal to B. And A star B means A is less than B. These are your codes. Let me quickly write them. V $Y means V is equal to Y. Y is greater than equal to Z. Z is less than equal to X. X is greater than T. Okay. Same thing for conclusion. T is greater than Z. X is greater than Y. And Z is basically less than Y. Okay. So we have to find which of them is correct. So T is greater than Z. So T is greater than Z. Means we will move from T to Z, bigger door to smaller door. So over here, I can see T. In front of T, we just have a small door. We don't have a bigger door. So this will be, this sign is this. So this will be definitely false. Correct? Now, X is greater than Y. So we will move from X to Y. I can see this relationship between X and Z. Correct? And I can see this relationship between Z and Y. So it basically says X is greater than equal to Z and Z is less than equal to Y. So can we establish a relationship between X and Y? No, because we cannot proceed further. This is false. Coming to third one, Z is less than Y. So we will move from Y to Z. So if I move from Y to Z, I have a clear relationship between them that states Y is greater than equal to Z. So this is one possibility. Y is either greater or equal to. So this is also false. That means all three conclusions are false. Answer number 1, none follows will be the answer. Clear? Moving to question number 6. I am quickly writing the code. A at B means A is greater than equal to B. A hashtag B means A is greater than B. A $B means A equals to B. Similarly, A percentage B means A is less than equal to B. And A star B means A is less than B. These were your codes. I will quickly put them in the statement. So R is greater than equal to J. J is basically less than equal to F. F is how much? Less than E. And E will be less than equal to M. Correct? Doing the same thing for conclusions. M is more than J. F is less than equal to M. And M is less than R. These are your codes. Now let us solve. So first conclusion says M is greater than J. So we will move from M to J. So if I move from M to J, I can see a relationship between here, here, and here. So if I combine it, I can write, let me combine the entire statement. R is greater than equal to J, which is less than equal to F, which is less than equal to E, which is less than E, and E is less than equal to M. Correct? So M to J, I can see from M to E to F to J, I can move. Correct? So this is true. Now, the second one is M is greater than equal to F. So we will move from M to F. I can see M is greater than equal to E, but after E, we just have this symbol. We don't have the symbol for greater than equal to. Therefore, this will be false. Now, R is greater than M. So over here, I can see R is greater than equal to J, but I cannot proceed forward from J because we move from bigger door to smaller door. So this will also be false. So basically, only conclusion 1 is true, which is option number 1. Clear? Option number 1 will be the answer. Coming to type 3 missing inequalities. This is very easy. Type 3 missing inequalities. So first question let us look at. It says, in which of the following expressions does this is definitely true? So we have to find out in which of the following options L is equal to T. If I look over here, I have L over here and T over here. So over here, the first thing I can see is this sign. So definitely this will be false. Correct? Moving on to option number 2, I can see L over here and T over here. Again, I can see this sign. So this will also be false. Over here, I can see L here, T here. Again, this sign I can see. I cannot see a equal to sign. So this is also false. Option number 4, L is over here, T is over here. Again, up till A I can see. But then we get this sign. So this is also false. So in none of the following options, L equals to T holds true. Therefore, answer will be option number 5, none of these. Clear? Coming to question number 2. Question number 2 says, which of the following expression is true if this is definitely true? So we have to find out which of the following will follow. So the first one says P is greater than equal to W. So we will move from P to W. Correct? I can see in front of P we have a small door. So we cannot proceed from P. Therefore, this is false. Correct? Now, P is greater than T. Again, same concept. I cannot continue after P. So, this is also false. There is no bigger door to follow. M is greater than P means we will go from M to P. So, over here, I can see this side. We can go. But can we go from M to P? Can we go this side? No, because we have a smaller door over here. So this is also false. Okay. Coming to fourth. Q is greater than W. So we will move from Q to W. Now I can see over here this much information. Q is greater than S, which is greater than equal to M, which is greater than equal to W. So this I can conclude is true. Okay, so this will be my answer. Let us check option number 5 also. 5 says M is greater than equal to T. So we will move from M to T. Now I can see over here, if we have to go to T, we have to move this side, correct? And this side we have a small door, not a bigger door. So this is also false. So my correct answer will be option number 4, because this is the only one that is definitely true. Correct? Moving on to question number 3. Question number 3, there is a question mark given to us in our expression. We have to make F greater than C. So this F should be greater than C. So if we have to make F greater than C, what are the possible signs? This is CD greater than E, which is equals to F. So if F has to be greater than C, what are the signs we can have? We can have this sign, correct? We can have this sign. We can have this sign. 3 signs we can have. 1, 2 and 3. 3 possibilities are there. Either of the 3 signs will do the job, will make F greater than C. So if I look at the options, option number 2 has equal to sign, correct? And option number 4 has less than equal to sign, this one, correct? Option number 2 has this sign and option number 4 has this sign. So my answer will be option number 5, both 2 and 4, correct? This will be my answer. Clear? Basically, this is my answer. Okay? Moving on to question number 4. Question number 4, again, as expression is given to us, we have this question mark. We have to fill in a symbol. We have to answer which of the following can come into this place to make this always true. So we have to make B greater than D. So B is greater than C and then we have D. So we have to make B greater than D. So what are the options? First option, equal to sign. Second option, greater than sign. Third option, greater than equal to sign. Either of these 3 will make B greater than D, correct? If I look at option number 1, this is greater to sign, so this is correct. Then if I look at option number 3, this is greater than equal to sign, so this is also correct. So if option number 5 says both 1 and 3, this will be my answer. Option number 5 will be my answer, because we have this in option number 1 and this in option number 3. Correct? Now, moving on to question 5. Which of the following expressions will be true if this is true? So this is given to us. We have to identify which is true. So P is greater than equal to T. So we will move from P to T. Now, when I see P, the first sign I see is greater than sign, not greater than equal to. So in any which case, P can be greater than T, but not greater than equal to, because there is no symbol in front of P. So this is definitely false. If I look at option number 2, it says Q is greater than T. That means we will move from Q to T. If I move from Q to T, I can move to R, then I can move to S. Correct? I can move to R, then S. But then we have a small door. So we cannot continue. We move from bigger door to smaller door. So this is also false. Now it says P is greater than S. So we will move from P to S. If I move from P to S, correct? P is greater than Q, which is equal to R, which is greater than equal to S. So this satisfies the condition. Therefore, this is true. If I check option number 4, U equals to R, again, U is over here, R is over here. There is no equal relationship between them. Therefore, this is also false. So my answer will be option number 3, true. Correct? This will be my answer. Okay? So in today's in today's lecture, we discussed the other 2 types, that were coded inequalities and missing inequality. So this concludes today's lecture. Thank you.